And that is my Arowana tank. It has finally arrived. It's been a while. Lots of delays with the pandemic and travel restrictions and who knows what. Now the trick will be getting 3 or 4 different people to assist in carrying that big sucker up the stairs, but it's not as big as our other tank, so it shouldn't be so bad. And it is going right there in our bedroom. So that part of this process is done. I was so nervous watching that gigantic tank go up the stairs, especially. I don't know how they did it. I was just so nervous because I just envisioned that tank sliding down the stairs and crashing and breaking. Apple and I, we weren't here for that big tank. I think there was probably double or more the amount of people. I don't know how they got that gigantic tank up the stairs, but I am really, really happy that we also were not here for that, because that is really crazy. But they are going to stop for the day, and then they are going to come back tomorrow and finish, because our sump needs to be installed in the bottom. We have a canopy and all that. And this is our tank, and I am really digging the way it looks. It fills this space perfectly. It's all blacked out. The bottom, sides, and back are all blacked out. And it is just going to be perfect for that Arowana to live out its full potential. This tank is big enough for that Arowana to never have to be upgraded into another tank. And this is cool. This is really cool. So anyway, it is here. It is safe and sound where it needs to be. And like I said, I will continue filming the second part of this process, the sump and the whole bit and the canopy and the lights and everything else. So, whew. All right, stage 1 complete. So the tank has been set up for almost 3 weeks, and we have ran some fish through it. It should be properly cycled, at least enough for that Arowana. So before we pick up the Arowana from the bus station, I have one more creature to show you here. The dogs were barking this morning at this tiny little baby Malaysian turtle, snail-eating turtle. It is the cutest little thing. And we are going to walk across the street to our land where there is that big fish pond, which should be a really nice environment for this little one to hopefully stay and grow and do its thing. It is just a fresh little hatchling. So cute. So let's go take a walk across the street. I have my shorts on, sandals, no snake hook, because that's how I do it. It is super hot. It is supposed to be 99 degrees out here today, and it feels like it is every bit of 99 degrees. If I deck myself out with boots and a snake hook, I will not find anything, but because I am going completely unprepared, there's a good chance that you guys and myself might see something cool over there, because that is pretty much how luck has it. So let's go take a walk. But we will give you guys a look at our land, a little bit of a progress pic. They have continued to remove trees and knock down structures. This is where that house was standing before that we walked through, but they've been burning wood and burning trash, and they've got it really, really cleared out now. You can see kind of the width of the property now at this point. But let's go find this pond back here. There is a wasp nest in the ground over there. It's underneath that metal tin. Those wasps are very, very dangerous. There was actually a ranger down in the south that was attacked and killed. He ran his lawnmower across one of those nests. So it's like a terrestrial dwelling species of wasp. We are leaving it there because it is not quite the season, but when it is the season, they'll be able to harvest the larva and get some kind of a delicacy out of it. All right, so we are going to let this little one go right here in the little pond area. These are semi-aquatic, so this little guy is going to be eating like worms and fish and shrimp and who knows, whatever tastes good, whatever smells good, this little one is going to eat. And this is very rare to see, believe it or not, something this small. It is a turtle that is seen out here in this area, but usually the locals are finding bigger size turtles, you know, like decent sized turtles, like maybe 6-7 inch carapace. But this is a fresh little hatchling that just wandered onto our property. I don't know where it came from because we don't really have any water areas nearby, but super cute. I don't have anywhere to keep it, so this is where I'm going to keep it. Seems like he instinctually knows that the water is the direction that he wants to go.
He knows that we're going to let him go.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Look at him go. Go, go, go.
So cute.
Turtle treadmill. Okay. I'm going to put him right here in the mud and let's see what happens. So we are now on our way to the bus station to pick up the Arowana. I figure I would bring the camera along and give you guys a little bit of a look of what that's like. We do not really have FedEx overnight shipping, that sort of a system here. So for live animals, they're pretty much using the bus service, which actually seems to be pretty reliable and temperature controlled. I think we haven't received any boxes that were overly warm. So it takes overnight, so the buses are in transit overnight with your box. and yeah, it's not so bad. Obviously, I am driving here in Thailand. I'm driving on the left side of the road. I have a manual transmission. I'm shifting with my left hand, and I'm signaling and doing the window wipers different. It's opposite. So sometimes when I signal, I'm turning on the windshield wipers, and the whole thing is kind of confusing. But the scariest thing is that I'm starting to get kind of comfortable with this, and when we get back to the States and I get on the road, I don't think it is a good idea to be around me driving, because my brain is going to be all confused and I can't even tell you what side of the road I'm going to be on when I'm back in the States. So anyway, we are on our way right now. We're going to give you guys a look at what this is like, and then that should be kind of the last animal I think that we have on order. And there's constantly stuff showing up at the house, and we'll get more into that later. But let's go get our fish. Sorry, Cobb.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Get there.
Okay. Fucking Cobb.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
So you guys, when we come out this way, we usually cut through the Kazetsart University campus, and they always want to take temperature and do a mask check. For us, it's not that big a deal. I know for some people, they're really opposed to having people dictate to them whether or not they need to wear masks and have their temperatures checked. But here in Thailand, I am a foreigner. I don't mind it. I actually really could care less, to tell you the truth. But it is just something that we're used to, and we are volunteering our temperature all the time, walking in and out of stores, walking in and out of malls. And it's just a normal thing here. But anyway, they're always real cool. They're always real friendly to us. And they recognize me, and they recognize this truck, because every single time that we go to the city, we're cutting through here. So anyway, it is what it is. And we are continuing on. All right, so we just parked here at the bus station. The bus station actually is right next to a fish store, of all things, but I'm not sure if the bus is here yet. I think it's supposed to arrive at 11, and it is just a couple minutes before 11, so people are already here waiting. Usually they put the boxes kind of right in that area, and I don't see any boxes, so we are still waiting. So the bus is late, about 30 minutes, so what else is there to do? Eat. So now our video is turning into a food video instead of a fish video. So Apple, what do we have here?
I have basil and ground pork and some fried eggs. And this is crispy pork. And also Dan's got the same thing.
Okay, you guys, so we're gonna eat. We're waiting for the bus. We're really close. I can see where the bus is supposed to pull up, so I got my eyes out, and it is not here yet, so we get some food in and then get our fish and scoop home. It is hot, you guys, but hopefully everything will be okay. Been in this situation so many times with imports and domestic stuff, but I don't know, nothing we can do. It's out of our control. See what happens. So this may not actually be, it may be a part of the bus company, but it certainly is not traveling on a bus. It looks like an air-conditioned truck, which actually puts me at ease quite a bit. But I can see some insulated fish boxes inside there. Oh.
ถ่ายวิดีโอปลาส่งไปให้นั่นก่อนค่ะ
All right, you guys, so the Asian Arowana obviously has arrived, and when it first got here, I couldn't get it to eat. So for me doing my research, I figured out that that was normal. Asian Arowana being moved into a brand new tank, especially after shipping, it could take days, weeks, and even in some extreme cases, months before that fish would take food. It could be that the water is off, the water quality is off, the temperature is off, so many different things. I am learning every day this fish is super in tune with its environment. It watches me, it follows me, it's just super in tune with its environment. So an animal that is that aware is going to be affected by outside stressors. So anyway, I tried to offer the fish pellets, no luck. So I realized I was going to have to try some other things. So we started offering crickets, grasshoppers, all kinds of different stuff. I had frozen fish, little small fish, cubed bloodworms, and I was pretty much getting like not a lot of response, although the live insects seemed to be the most appealing for the fish. So I was getting him to eat just a little bit. So I decided I would try a live house gecko from outside. So warning, live feeding coming up. But here in this video clip, you can see that the arowana fish just cannot resist the movement of that gecko. So snapped up the gecko, I gave it a few more geckos, and then I wanted to see if I could get it back to the pellets because it was eating all of a sudden. So I starved the fish for one day, put some pellets in there, and I did have some luck. So since then I've just been experimenting, and now the fish is starting to open up to a whole bunch of different types of food. I have some frozen shrimp here. These are from the local river, but we make sure that we freeze them at least for a couple of days before we offer food. Now these have been frozen already for a couple of weeks, and this is one of the favorites. Let's see how we do here. Drop. Yeah, real good. So I have a finger hole in the glass top here. These fish are notorious for jumping. So we have glass panels across the top, and there's little finger holes here. These are one of his favorite food. So I have a couple more here. So we don't have to do too much of the house geckos, although varied diet, in my opinion, is key pretty much to all the different animals that we keep. So I probably will get out there and do some house geckos here and there. One more little shrimp, come on. Last one. There you go. So super stoked. This fish to me is just absolutely amazing. I think it is one of the most beautiful fish on this planet. I love those giant dragon scales. Just amazing. So I'm super happy with it, and it is going to get quite large, and this tank is going to be perfect for it. We may add a couple more fish, I'm not sure. The seller obviously advised that keeping this fish solitary by itself would be the best. And yes, of course, nothing can go wrong when you keep one fish by itself, but I sure would like to see a little bit more movement. The arowanas domain is obviously on the surface, so I don't know what I'm going to add. Freshwater stingrays are an option, but they're quite messy. They eat a lot, so I don't know yet. I'm going to take my time and make a decision on that, and maybe I just leave it solitary. I'm not really sure. So that is about it, you guys. The Asian Arowana adventure, it is here. It is doing fantastic, and I am one happy camper. Haven't named it yet. I'll let Apple do that. I think it deserves a Thai name. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. See you in the next one.